Hello, I'm Paul Anticoni, Chief Executive of World Jewish Relief. From this small office in northwest London, we help nearly 100,000 people in 20 countries across 5 continents. Every day we use the money you give to provide people with the food and clothing they so urgently need. We give them medical support, we repair and improve their homes, we build Jewish community centres, we help vulnerable mothers regain the skills and confidence to get back to work, and it's through us that the UK Jewish community can respond to the world's major natural disasters. As many of you will know, much of our work is in the former Soviet Union, where we operate through partner agencies, working with amazing people like the director in Kharkov, Oksana Galkovich.
We are on our way to see Sergey. He's a young man, about 33 years old, very smart, very handsome. He grew up like a totally, completely normal guy. He was playing football, he was having kids around him, running, and etc., etc. He finished school, he entered university, and in the first year of his university, he started to have this multiple sclerosis. And when he was finishing the university in his last year, he was already in a wheelchair.
Until last year, Sergey was virtually housebound, living every day in one room with his beloved books. But since then, WJR has built a ramp for him, and it's completely changed his life.
Using the ramp, I can get outside the house. My mom can help me without anybody else. Nearly every day, I've been spending a few hours in the open air, and I like it. One of my friends sent me several books from Oxford University Press. The English there is fantastic. I don't need to order more books. I wish I could order more friends.
Because he can leave the house much more easily now, Sergey is able to make frequent visits to the newly opened Wall Community Centre. WJR's newest Jewish community centre is fast becoming the communal focus for the 50,000 Jews living in and around Kharkov. The building has full disabled facilities. And what would a Jewish community centre be without music? And so essential for Sergey, language classes.
Most important for me to help people to speak in other languages, to be interpreter. I also learned French and German.
Additionally, the Wall Centre delivers services to WJR's most vulnerable clients, meeting their immediate daily needs.
It's wonderful to be here and amazing. It's quite striking contrast to everyday life.
Perhaps as he visits the Wall Centre, Sergey will find the friends he so craves. Such a small gift, a concrete ramp. One of the biggest problems in the former Soviet Union is that so many vulnerable people live in dangerous, dilapidated buildings which urgently need repair and which are a genuine threat to their health, their dignity, even their lives. Our response is the innovative Home Repair Programme. Through it, we restore or replace windows, doors, floors, boilers and bathrooms. For most of us in the Jewish community here in the UK, home is a place where we're safe and warm, simple comforts which we probably take for granted. But for thousands of Jewish families throughout Ukraine and Moldova, their house, their home, is something completely different.
Louisa,
Здравствуйте. How are you? Lovely to see you.
My name is Luisa Nomorivskaya. I'm 74 years old. I live here in this old condemned house next to a factory. "10 years ago, I was living in the city with my son, but we had severe money problems and we had to sell our apartment. This rundown plot, with its little house, was all we could afford with the money we had left. My son was so kind, and we loved each other so very much. He became very ill. I did everything I could to save his life, but he had pneumonia, and I couldn't do anything to help him, and he died. Now, I have only my cats.
Without WJR's constant help, Louisa simply could not survive. We provide her with food, clothes, and coal for the winter. We've given her a fridge and a bed. She didn't have either. Louisa has no bathroom or toilet, just a hole in the ground. In fact, there's no water supply at all, just a well which freezes solid in winter. So WJR delivers drinking water to Louisa every few weeks.
If I'm really careful with this water and use it only for cups of tea, these 2 bottles can last 2 months. So I try to use it only for drinking.
The WJR Home Repair Programme is now giving Louisa some of the basic facilities she so desperately needs. First, we're installing a toilet for her.
It's thanks to the money we received from WJR that we've been able to build this toilet for Louisa. But now we need to come back to do some critical repairs in the house before winter sets in.
If it weren't for all this help, I'd have died long ago. I'd have frozen to death.
The heart of the project is making sure that we help the most vulnerable people who could never do this for themselves.
So far, near where Louisa lives, we've identified 108 Jewish homes that need repairs. Across the former Soviet Union, there are thousands. The sooner we raise the money, the sooner we can get the work done.
Whew, what a humbling experience. Makes the job really worthwhile. I mean, what a remarkable old lady who lives in the most appalling conditions I have seen. It stinks, there's no running water, she's got nothing. Just herself and her WJR. And it certainly makes me feel proud to be part of that organisation. It'll change her life.
For Louisa and so many others, WJR's task is never ending. We have no choice other than to keep offering immediate assistance. But World Jewish Relief is also helping people take control of their lives and leave behind the need for constant support. Abandoned single mothers, many highly qualified, spend years away from the workplace, caring for their young children, often in appalling conditions, with little or no income and without any help from the state. By the time they're able to return to work, their skills are out of date and they've lost confidence in themselves. Our response is the Livelihood Development Programme, or LDP. This groundbreaking initiative not only teaches the skills necessary to get back to work, but just as importantly, it gives back to these women their self-belief and hopefully their independence.
In our society, it's very difficult for single women with children to find any sort of job. We can't afford the necessary childcare, and employers traditionally favour men.
These courses are really needed. Our country leads the world in the numbers of abandoned mothers.
Our management trainer raised a lot of ambition in us. Our brains started working and new ideas appeared. And thanks to him and his support, I had the idea of opening this second-hand shop. If it seems like a viable option, by the end of this year or the beginning of next, I'm going to open a second shop and grow the business.
In Moldova, the Livelihood Development Programme has been an enormous success. In Ukraine, however, we're just starting this new initiative.
I'm a foreign language teacher by profession, and I was teaching until my boy was born.
I'm an accountant, and I worked for a company for 18 years until they went bankrupt.
My boy is extremely ill and will need expensive medications all his life. I can't provide what he needs as I don't have income. I don't have a job. Currently, I'm supported by WJR's Jewish Family Services, but it can't go on forever.
I didn't even have basic food and clothes for my kids. Life is really hard. Just look at the room I live in and you can see.
Since my company went under, I had to turn to Jewish Family Services for help. And I do thank them very much for understanding and helping. But I feel very ashamed for being in this situation.
Independence is a very important word. I would love to have my own job and my own income and to be independent. That would mean the world to me.
Dear, kind people. I really want to say thank you. Not only for myself, but also for all the other people who you support here. Please don't forget the other Jews. Just because we live so far away, don't forget the old people like me who you support. What you do is wonderful. Thank you, and good luck to you all.